today we are going to look into the do's and don'ts when you are using your electric gadgets, be it your laptop, your tablets, or your phones. Because look, most of the people in this country and even around the world, you spend a lot of money when repairing devices. This is because we are very, very ignorant when it comes to keeping your device safe. How do you keep your electronic device safe? Because seriously, you cannot afford, especially in Zimbabwe, in my position, you cannot afford to be losing money each and every day or every month to go and repair your laptop or your iPhone just because someone has spilled is water on it, or you know what I mean. Try to make your devices as safe as possible as you can, because they are the devices we cannot live without. So I'm just going to start, especially for my PC users. How do you keep your laptop out of trouble and yourself out of trouble in case that your device may crash down or get a fault? Most of the people were very reckless when we are using device. First of all, you want to eat or drink while you are operating your device. That is not highly recommendable, because this is an electronic device that has got an electric circuit board behind this. So in the event that you are taking your tea, I'm a fan of tea, you are doing whatever you are doing, but remember, this device is passing over your keyboard, is passing over your motherboard. It's very dangerous in case that something spills over your motherboard. You are in trouble, because once that liquid gets onto the table, this keyboard, it's got some holes between the letters just to let out the heat. It's built in such a way that this water won't be contained on top of this device. It finally gets down to the motherboard, to the circuit board. And for your own information, the circuit board, which is called the kernel by engineers who build these devices, it contains all the electrical components of these laptops, which means your processors, all your capacitors, your battery, which is behind here. So when this liquid gets down, it means that you risk losing your device. The next moment, the monitor will go off, because once there is a touch, you cannot afford to continue operating such a laptop. So please avoid eating and drinking whilst you are operating your laptop or any other electronic devices. But in the event that these things they do happen, maybe a kid at home just passes over and spills water or a drink on top of the devices, what are the first measures you have to take when someone has spilled, or you have spilled tea or drink or any kind of juice or any kind of liquid on your device? The very first thing that you have to do is to make sure that the circuit board of your machine, your laptop, is not active. Once you have spilled anything, any liquid on top of this motherboard, on your keyboard, first thing, close your machine and take off your battery like this, because this is your power. It is the one that is responsible for supplying electricity, supplying power to the circuit board. So once you disable this, you are not just protecting your device, you are also protecting your battery. It stays safe, there's no touch, there's no electric short circuiting. You put this, and the first thing you do while you are looking for help, or while you are figuring what to do, make sure that your laptop goes to the ground like this, so that that device, those liquid that you spilled on top of your computer won't continue penetrating, but they will stay afloat on the keyboard. The first, probably the third option that you can do is to try and find a warm cloth. Try to wipe out as much liquid as you can. Then from there, if it's not serious, you can just make sure that there is no more liquid on top of your device. Then from there, after some minutes, probably wait for about 5, 10, 15, 20 minutes, then you can try to see if your device has been affected. You can come here, plug in your battery like this, then you power on your machine, then check if your machine responds very well. If your machine displays and the monitor goes on and your keys are not sticking, check also your keys. If they are not sticking, then it means your device is safe. But in the event that a lot of damage has been done, usually the first thing that you see is that your keys will start sticking, and some of them would just look a little bit awkward, like they have gained size or so. Then it means that that water has gone underneath your keyboard and is already floating on top of your circuit board. Then check also if the monitor is responding, which is your screen. If you get something, a display option here, then it means that the device is still functioning, but your keyboard has been damaged. So you cannot continue operating such a keyboard. Take your machine to a very technical guy and tell him that your machine has had exposure to liquids. But if you are a very person who is not afraid of gadgets, if you are very tech savvy, you know, if you are around women who've got a sister or a mom who usually plays around, they've got blowers, get a blower, remove your keyboard. You can do this on your own. You don't need to pay anyone man to do it for you. Just remove the keyboard and blow off the liquids. It's very simple like that. Then you make sure that your keyboard and your circuit board and the whole device is safe from liquids. So please, as a warning, make sure your device do not get contact with these liquids, be it water, be it juice, because your livelihoods depend on a well active and operating device. Until then, stay in touch with us. Be blessed. I'm out.
For these and other stories, visit our website www.263chat.com. Follow us on Twitter @263chat and like our Facebook page 263chat.